And good morning, people. Welcome back to Might and Magic 10 Legacy. The Throne Room. Empress Gwendolyn is a bit further down. However, they're throwing pretty much... Well, Duke Oswin is pretty much throwing everything he's got left at us.
Something following us. Ha! Stupid.
Which really isn't that bad. Sure. We're raiders, we might as well raid it. Even though we're sort of proving the the charges against us true when we're doing that. Oh well. So what do we have? 4 Sunriders and number of Praetorians. Can see a couple of Seraphs at the back. Okay.
Great! I need to hit something.
Let's go over here. No point going all the way back when, well, there's a little nook just here. Okay, let's see what we have to fight first. Looks like a Sunrider and a Praetorian. Okay.
Yes. Strong.
And, well, I admit my normal thing would be to kill the Praetorian and leave the Sunrider because less enemies. But the Sunrider actually hurts a little bit more, I feel. So let's get rid of that. Especially with Hour of Justice.
No, can't be.
Tino is unconscious, that's what Shayla's for. And the Sunrider's dead. Sure, we're going to have this Praetorian with Hour of Justice for 3 turns, but I think I'm going to have to just live with it. Especially when the marksmen are there and they really need to die first. Let's keep going for the Praetorian.
No. It can't be.
And Iris is dead. Okay. Iris, can you please drink a potion?
I kill you. Ow.
Thank you for the mass heal at the very last moment. Now you can die.
That hurt.
Lots of damage, nothing really surprising at this point.
Oh.
Regenerate because I want some mana. Iris, drink a potion again.
I kill you.
And Tina's got a level. Excellent. Not that it really matters.
Ah! Ah! That hurt.
Well, I say it doesn't matter, but
Oh.
the stats might be nice for something coming up in a moment. Mostly now we've got the Praetorians until, because of that Sun Rider isn't really, the others didn't really start moving, so we've got Praetorians, Marksmen, then the Sun Riders will come along, then the Seraphs will come along. That's pretty much how this is going to, this fight's going to plan out now, I believe. Thank you for the mass heal. Yeah, let's just do that. I need some more mana next turn. Just drink a restoration potion.
And stay down. Ow.
Okay. Actually, heal party. It's not as big a hill, but just make sure everyone's there. And well, we might as well change my target to the Elite's Marksman. Okay, if you want to do that. It's not mass heal. I need some more health, need some more mana. This Praetorian, because it's almost dead. Okay, so we're going to have this one come along. Okay. Drink a potion. Right, so far so good. Should be able to kill this Sun Rider before the next appears. You know what? Let's put these points up now. Okay, Ray? Dodge, I suppose. Could go into air magic, but there's no real point at this stage of the game. Could go with bow, but I'm not really using my bows still. Mysticism, she doesn't need mana. Dodge is likely the best thing to choose. Iris, 15 on magic, fire magic, and arcane discipline. Finish up mysticism. and endurance, I suppose. And Shayla, finish up endurance and continue with arcane discipline. Excellent. Anyways, back to what that Sunrider must have been thinking. You're really doing this now? Do you not care about me? Nope. But I should be able to kill this Sunrider before the next one turns up. Okay. And then do we have one more Sunrider after this? I think we do. Or is it just the it might be just the Seraphs now though. Okay, I suppose I should find out. Just drink that, drink that. Might as well. Okay, so we've got 2 Seraphs, 2 Elite Light Elementals, and a Sunrider who isn't actually moving. Oh no, Sunray. Do that. And we are pretty much protected. Well, you did both try to cast Sunray, so I suppose 3 out of 10 for trying. Heal you. Yeah, obviously the Seraph is dying because that can actually do some damage to me. Heal. You're dead. And disappeared. Right. Okay, so this Seraph is now on its way. Can we have... Thank you. Not sure why the Sunrider wasn't moving. And that Seraph is likely going to, yeah. Okay, just do that, that, and that. And now chunk away its health. Oh, if you're wanting to do that. Break armor and then just wail away on it. Oh, 56 on a critical. That actually is okay-ish. Really, it's retaliation, which is the main issue here. Anything interesting? No. No. Okay. Interesting thing about items on the floor. If you save and reload, they disappear. Just thought you should know about that one. We are almost there, though. Radar sensors are tinkling, though. $300. Let's get rid of a couple of things. That can go. That can go. That can go.
This looks powerful.
And so many unidentifieds. Right at the end of the game as well. Let's lose that as well. Just so I've got 2 spaces. I'm likely going to have 3 after using this purge scroll at least once though. However, I do not want to go into that because yeah, I do want light ward. Taking 0 damage from light
With weather like this, I should have taken the day off.
in this area just makes things that little bit easier.
I feel strong.
We've seen how hard Sunray can actually hit. Let's not let it. So, do we have one more encounter? And this is 49?
Something is coming our way. Be ready.
Yes, we do.
The raiders and Rosalie barged into the throne
You
room
have better
mere
things to do.
moments after Duke Oswin had proposed a marital alliance between the houses of Falcon and Unicorn. Before they could make another step towards the Empress, the angel Adira moved to block their path in a flutter of golden feathers.
Do not listen to the Duke Oswin's smarmy lies, Your Grace. Bring proof that the Duke committed treason against the Empire. Preposterous. Those rogues clearly mean to harm the Empress. Adira, take care of these foolish renegades. He is in a position of power. He has, unfortunately, an angel to help him. Flicker is pretty much blink. That's it. And you might notice where the flicker is taking her. It's not actually taking her in front of me. It's taken her one step away. So if I actually have to, if I do move, if she doesn't, if I have to move, I have to move to her, so she gets a free turn.
I feel stronger.
So, let's do that, burning determination just in case, and save, and defend. She probably won't move. Oh, maybe she does. Ah, I probably should have stayed in place then. Performs multiple actions per turn. I believe she has 2 attacks, 2 moves per turn. Flicker does seem to not do that. Or is it a spell and then attacks? Flicker, then attack, then more attacks. You know what? I'm not actually sure what exactly Speed of Light is. Maybe it's 3 attacks. But boss, protection against body and mind, and poison, so those aren't helpful. However, I can at least do some damage. Unstoppable Assault, make sure I hit, and Lightning Bolt. Okay, so Speed of Light, 2 attacks on Shayla, which is your normal, 2 attacks on Ray, so she gets 2 attacks or 2 moves per turn. Easy enough. I can deal with that. She does have a lot of evasion. I've missed a few attacks, so Unstoppable Assault. Yeah, there's 2 misses right there. Flickering Light increases the evade value by 500%. No. Just no. Unfortunately, I only had 1 turn without it there. Okay. Luckily, that doesn't affect magic, and especially not with a critical. Okay. Oh yes, Sunray. Completely forgot about that. There's not really much I can do. Let's use it. Give myself a little bit of heal. Sunray now though is not really that bad. I've got my defences up against it. Excellent. 2 times, excellent. Yeah, she has a lot of evade. That's 4 misses and only hit likely because of the critical. Okay, let's bring out Unstoppable Assault again. Really? Okay. I'm going to take this opportunity to just get some stuff back. And I shouldn't really move towards you, but let's just do it. Sure. Flicker only seems to move her one space, doesn't it? You know what? I've had enough of Sunray. It's not hurting, but it's stopping you from me from moving. Thank you. Right, so I've still got my debuffs on you. You're not any. You can't really affect me from that. You still have flickering light, so unstoppable assault, please. You're still there? Okay. Not really doing a whole lot of damage, am I? Yeah, we'll go with that. You don't have flickering light on, and so we'll just continue with the unstoppable assaults anyway, because, well, it's guaranteed damage. Okay, I'm not sure what her point of flickering. If I don't move, she just flickers back. I guess it does give her a turn to get flickering light back up, but let's refresh that. More damage, more damage. Thank you for hitting every single time, Iris. You are not just walking back. Oh,
Hope it's not waste of time.
enough. She knows who Rosalie is. Lord Montbar's long-lost daughter. Okay. And Shayla, Iris, Tina, Ray. The 4 raiders who fought valiantly to defeat the darkness nesting in Carfell. Yep, that's us. We're not mere brigands, but heroes. Surely we can hear what they have to say. Gwendolyn? Why do I get the feeling you already know what we're going to say? They're commoners. They should be thrown in jail for the simple fact that they dared interrupt this council. Not one word they say can be trusted. Is that so? Then let someone who cannot tell a lie. Let's ask someone who cannot tell a lie. We've got an angel behind us right now that we were fighting. Yeah. Gives you the impression that everything is unfolding exactly as she intended. Gwendolyn is not a girl to be trifled with in the slightest. She knows exactly what she's doing. Justicara Dira. Are you aware of any action from Duke Oswin that might be considered treason against the Empire or herself? Those are some guarded words. Definitely. Duke Oswin's actions always have the Empire's best interests at heart. Quite disturbing that Justicar of the Holy Inquisition, an angel, would evade a simple question. I think a proper investigation is in order. And you can almost hear the spluttering of Duke Oswin's word when he says, "This is a scandal." It's like it's coming from... He's just going, "Why? What?" Would you kindly restrain Duke Oswin? Elf bless you. The tone... You better not make an enemy of Empress Gwendolyn. No. Baroness Rosalie. The Duke... Baroness? Wait, when did that monkey come along? The Duke has made a valid point, though. They're serious accusations. But she did say we had proof. The findings have been entrusted to Angel Warner and the Lord Wilfrid of Kilburn. And Duke Anton, I'm going to assume that's this person here. I don't think we've ever seen this person. But he knows Lord Kilburn. He rode at his side during the second eclipse and fought at the Battle of Falcon's Reach. Made a Sun Crusader by Elrith. There's no truer knight in the entire Empire. So we're going to summon him. Well, Gwendolyn's going to summon him. And the Duke and the Justicar are under arrest for their own safety. Once again, the Empire is in our debt. Oswin and the conspirators have been arrested. Looks like Rosalie's proof was true indeed. What will happen to Duke Oswin? He's stripped of his titles, not the Duke of Unicorn anymore, which is likely what Gwendolyn was planning from the outset. Likely to end his days in jail. A lonely rock in the savage sea. A victim of his own jail in Fort Leclerc. Since Oswin was a widower and has no heir, the throne of the Unicorn Duchy is left vacant. I seem to remember there being that Duke Oswin did have a relative. Yeah, Oswin's closest cousin. Yeah, that's Kilburn. Now Duke Wilfrid Unicorn. And yeah, everyone's giving him applause. At least we've changed the Duke from one tyrant to someone who's a little bit more trusted. He'll do his best to honour that title and dedicate his life to serving the Empire, the Dragon of Light, and the people of the Unicorn Duchy. But he has a request. By tradition, the Duke of Unicorn cannot also be the Knight of Kilburn. but would like to appoint a new knight of Kilborn, or rather new knights, and apparently he knows some candidates. Okay, apparently we're the new knights of Kilburn. Raiders of Hammerfall, heroes of Carthal. We're adventurers, we're rogues, we're raiders. Heck, we've raided the throne room. Now the new lords of Kilburn.
True to their promise, the raiders brought Owen's ashes to Carthal's Chapel of Elrath, so that he could finally rest in the city of his birth. The raiders killed Luke, the brigand, putting an end to his notorious career. Maybe he would find peace in the next life. Ripley was a brute and a murderer. He deserved to die. Kirk finally became captain of his own ship and went on an expedition to discover what lay beyond the Eresus Sea. He was never seen or heard from again. The ancient Shantiris built their elemental forges to imbue their greatest warriors with the powers of the dragon gods. For the first time in centuries, in the heart of the Forge of Spring, the 6 dragons chose new champions. Having discovered Lord Hart's marriage to the Dark Elf Leodan, the raiders chose to protect the lovers from the Inquisition. Hart and Leodan later had a son, Miriam. Something tells me he's destined for great things. His bestiary completed, the strange man known as Jasad Atqua left the peninsula. Nobody knows where he went, but the night of his disappearance, strange events were witnessed. Several villagers of Sorpical claim they saw a bright egg-shaped object spring up from the depths of the sea and ascend into the starry sky. While the raiders were not able to save the knight Mombar from his madness, they did fulfill his dying wish by finding his long-lost daughter, Rosalie. Stripped of his title, Oswin Unicorn was sent to Fort Leger. Such is a traitor's fate, a hard fall from the highest circles of power to the damp darkness of a cell. He would never see a unicorn sit on the imperial throne. With their leader in jail, Empress Gwendolyn's opponents soon made a plea for reconciliation. Despite the troubles that marked the first years of her reign, Gwendolyn would emerge as one of the greatest rulers the Empire has ever known, and nobody would ever underestimate her again. Oswin's successor, Duke Wilfred Unicorn, became known as a just and caring ruler, if a bit, let's say, eccentric. As it turns out, he and Baroness Rosalie of Mombar shared more than just a love for little details and great mysteries, since these two were wed within the year. An avatar of Elrath himself appeared at their wedding to bless their union. I can testify to it. I was there. Marcus Wolf saw himself as a tragic hero whose story should be told in ballads. Maybe he would have liked to know he did eventually become the subject of several folk songs. although not so much the fact they tell the story of the idiot who wanted to be Duke. Having been made Knights of the Empire and Lords of Kilburn, the raiders enjoyed their new lands and titles for a time. Yet, the call of adventure soon resonated once again in their hearts. But that's a story for another time.
So, Might and Magic 10 Legacy is over. One thing I do sort of that sort of gets on me is that we never have a real ending. We have two major fights. The first one being against Erebos. You can win that, but the best way to win that fight is to use the light from the crash ship to destroy Erebos. It's not yourself or your raiders doing the actual deed. You're just pulling a lever. And at the end of the Griffin and the Unicorn saga, you have this fight against Adira. Yes, it was actually quite intensive, but I was never really that worried because I knew all I had to do was get her to half health. You don't have a full fight against her. You get her to half health and the Empress steps in. We don't have that finish. We don't have that glory. We don't have that sense of accomplishment. We've just piggybacked other people above us to take the credit. Sure, no one's going to know we pulled a lever to kill Erebos, but we know it. So I think that's what this game is actually missing. Sure, we can go on about the optimization of the game, how things were really odd in a few places, graphics were missing, graphics were popping up late, loading times were appearing. But I feel of all the problems, not having a definitive end actually hurts the game much, much more. It's a good game up until that point. It's a very nice callback to the original games of the Might and Magic series 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. The tile based movement, the combat, it brings a touch of modernness to it as well, because for all the issues the optimization has, the graphics actually are fairly nice. The animations are well done. But every time I go through this game, I just go, is that it? Because there is no definitive end. However, I have completed my challenge run. Crusader, Ranger, Hunter and Scout. No upgraded promotions. No Grandmasters because of that. I did not use a single relic. All medium class. Or the hybrid class if you want to call it, but I think it's more medium. And on warrior difficulty. There were a few occasions where I was a bit stressed through it. Fort Laguerre was one of them. There were a couple during the main game before I actually picked up the equipment I needed. Once I did that, it was basically attack to win. So, although this has given me a little bit of a challenge, it's still a fairly simple game in construction and in execution. I am actually quite curious as to how much I was missing from the promotions and Grandmasters though, so I think I'm going to show that. Now that the game's finished, I think I can. So next time, just a short little part, or I might tack it onto the end of this depending on how long it is. We'll go and do the promotion quests quickly and just show the differences in the damage values that that I would have had. Yeah, you now have free reign of the peninsula. You can do anything you want if you haven't already done it. So yeah, I'm going to go have a look at those promotions and I'll show them next time. Until then, have a wonderful day, have lots of fun. Goodbye.